Things I did to prepare myself for a soft postpartum recovery as a mom of five with three under three, two under two, and three of my babies I had within the last 2.5 years. When we started trying for our fifth, we obviously knew we were having kids back to back, but we knew ahead of time there were things that we wanted to do just to make sure that I had everything in place that I needed to have in place. So we decided to get a full-time housekeeper. Prior to hiring a full-time housekeeper, we had a housekeeper that would come either weekly or every other week, just like depending on what our needs were, sometimes more. But usually housekeepers like that do not do laundry. I was also very sick with HG. If you don't know what HG is, it's basically like severe morning sickness, but it lasts all day and it pretty much lasts the entire pregnancy. From what I understand, it gets worse with subsequent pregnancies, and I had it with all three of my last baby. So I was very sick, throwing up, vomiting, like pretty much all the time. So something that we started working on before the baby even came was a full-time housekeeper, someone that comes 5 days a week, laundry, dishes, literally anything. And I seriously, I wish I would have done that years ago. One of the best investments ever. We absolutely love her. She's like part of our family now. The babies love her. Everybody just loves her. But she's amazing. She does all the housekeeping. Like, I don't have to do any of it. Could I? Yeah, but I don't want to. And I don't feel like doing it because I've got lots of little kids and I was really sick. Going up and down the stairs, bending over, in and out of the laundry. Like, it was too much. My baby daddy said, just hire somebody to do it. Also, a nanny. I don't need a nanny like on a regular everyday basis. I don't go many places. I work from home and I'm usually able to do my work like in the middle of the night because I'm a light sleeper, really early in the morning, or like when the babies are down for naps. Sometimes I do have to go out of the house and it can be a little bit more difficult, but if I have to do that at 7 o'clock at night, I'll do it. Like once the babies are already asleep. But finding a nanny was probably the hardest part just because we've had so many bad experiences, and because I was a nanny, I think like what I want from someone, just like the type of person that they are, is probably a bit more than what most people would go for. Just because like I know what I do. Like I want you interacting with my kids, like talk to them, sing with them. You don't have to teach them anything, but don't just be like sitting there in silence or watching like Dog the Bounty Hunter. So that was actually harder for us to find. So that's why I was like, hey, maybe getting someone, if we take off some of the stuff that I have to do, then it enables me to do more things. So if I don't have to do laundry, I don't have to do dishes, I don't have to clean the house, make the beds, vacuum, change the sheets, all of that stuff, there's more time for me to be with the babies. And then just making sure that once I had this new baby, we had someone that was able to be here with the babies. My baby daddy owns his own company, very successful. I'm so proud of him. He can take off as much time as he needs. However, I know it like stresses him out. He owns the company. He still thinks he has to be there at a certain time each day. I'm like, who's gonna check you, boo? Like, let's roll around in bed one more time. But I'm like, you know what? Let's alleviate that. So he stayed with me for a few days, and then he was able to get back into his routine. He also does pick up and drop off for our older daughter who's like in school. So having a nanny to be able to help us with that was important. Some people have asked me why I did not decide to get a postpartum doula. When I looked into it, what they offered was not something that I needed. Like, from what I understand, from what we have here, most of the postpartum doulas, they are focusing on like baby and mom. I don't want someone to hold my baby. Like, I want to hold my baby. Like, I've literally barely let anyone else hold my baby because I've carried this baby for 10 months. I was super sick to get this baby. I'm gonna hold my baby. I'm also a very light sleeper, so nighttime help for me is not like beneficial. What might be helpful for someone else is not helpful for the next person. Nighttime help is not helpful for me because I'm still going to wake up. Like, my baby daddy always offers to do nighttime stuff, and I'm like, you could do it, but I'm gonna be there, so I might as well just do it. Like, I'm gonna wake up no matter what if I hear my baby crying. But I'm also like, the first few weeks I do co-sleep for my benefit and for the baby's benefit. So I wouldn't want someone just like sitting in my house holding the baby, because like I can do that. The baby's like, the baby is the easiest part. Also, like, some of them like will cook and make meals for you. We already got that. So Like, that's just, it wasn't something that I wanted. But I just made sure that we were prepared. Like, I had done some freezer meals, like for the littles, for the babies, just to have. I did some for the family too. But I mean, with DoorDash and all of that stuff. But also, I have family here. My dad has been helping a lot with like cooking. So some days it seems like we have a lot of people here in the house, not necessarily around the baby, because me and the baby will stay upstairs, like in bed. But my goal was just to be able to sit in bed and be able to literally have a soft recovery. Like, no pressure, no, you need to get up and do this. I still some days do get up and like dress the babies, my 2.5-year-old and 1.5-year-old, but I don't have to. So it really has just allowed me to just relax and be with my baby. Like, in my space, in my bed. I get up every day, put on a clean pair of pajamas, a fresh sports bra, and can just sit and hold the baby, feed the baby, watch some good TV, and just like relax. I know that everyone's not able to prepare the way that we did, but if it was between, like, if someone was like, I can get you a swing or I can get you a one-time house cleaning, I would take the one-time house cleaning. Like, I didn't literally have to buy anything for this baby. I think I bought a set of small bottles and some burp cloths, but I knew I had them. And after I bought them, I ended up finding them in the top of my daughter's closet. But I literally did not need to buy anything. So we saved a lot of money there, because having babies back to back, they can still use everything. And they haven't got to the expiration dates yet, because all that baby stuff has expiration dates now. But just making sure that I was able to have like a soft recovery, making sure that I stayed healthy, because I had complications. We need more of this. I had complications. Let's just use rose water. I had complications after the birth of my fourth. And I still had a lot of help, but I planned for the worst. Literally, I hate to say it, but I planned for, what if I die? They got to have some food to eat for a couple of weeks. Clothes organized, all of that stuff. Somebody to help give them a jump start. Praise God, I didn't. I know a lot of y'all are mad about that, but praise God, I didn't. But that's how I prepared for my postpartum recovery. And I think everybody's different, so do what feels good for you. But don't be afraid to take help. Like, if you need it, get it. I think I've never had a postpartum doula. My mom's a doula. She'll be with me like when I have the baby. But postpartum, I don't know. Some people, if it works for you, I don't think it's bad for anybody. If it works for you, do it. Especially if you're going, you have to go back to work. Like, you have to be prepared to go back to work and all that stuff. I don't have to do any of that. And I'm really, really grateful to Anthony, my baby daddy, for just letting me. And I say letting me because he affords me the lifestyle that I live. And I'm extremely grateful for that, to just be able to rest and recover and just spend time with my baby. That's it. That's why I'm getting ready at 8:47 in the morning after I've had a shower, done a little face. I'm going to get back in bed. Between Anthony and my dad, they'll make me breakfast in bed. Somebody brings me lunch. Somebody brings me dinner. I had my first little glass of wine last night. Anthony brought me that. That was beautiful, but I just love it. He brings me home cakes and flowers and little things. So that's what we did. That's what we do.